What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilkin. I'm coming back today with another Danchro video, and we need to talk about the Ottarl event that just recently left. And the main reason for that is because if we go over here, we go to events, you'll see the exchange period is about to expire. That means that all of your items, all of these items that you have been saving and you've been accruing, will expire if you do not exchange them right now. So get on that ASAP. Number one, regular gacha tickets. I would highly recommend grabbing all of those. The main reason for that is if you have not grabbed Ottarl yet. Let's go over here and check this out real quick. So let's go into the gacha here. If you go down to the regular gacha where those tickets are accrued, go into gacha details. And if we scroll down here to draw rate, you will see that King Ottarl has been added to the general pool. Now, we did get notification that apparently this isn't going to be applicable to the Hive ticket that's incoming. We'll see if that, remains the case. But if you've got your 10 tickets, you can actually exchange them right now. I'm going to go do 10 myself. Now, in fairness, I probably will hold on to a few more of these just for the time being. Save them for a later date. But you can exchange them right now and potentially pull Ottarl. Doesn't look like anything's on the way right now, but let's see what happens. We have had fake out summons before, but this does not appear to be one of them. Let's see, SRs and SSRs, but no URs. It is what it is. Yeah, forget it. We'll do one more. We'll do one more set and see what happens here. Okay. Was worth doing. Let's see what happens. So we know at least we've got a UR incoming. Whether or not it's a scene card remains to be understood. But let's take a look here. So, a couple of SRs. We know there's a UR in here somewhere. Is it a scene card? It is a scene card. And it's one of the Halloween scene cards, interestingly enough. So, for those of you that are worried about time-limited scene cards, don't worry. They are around. They're obtainable. I'm going to call it there, though. I'm not going back into this. For me, for right now, I think it's worth just chilling out on. But Ottarl is obtainable through that if you haven't done that already. So now the tickets have been handled. Pretty much what you want to do from here is you want to go grab all of the really important stuff. I would highly recommend grabbing these scene cards and maxing these out. They're fairly inexpensive for what they are. And they do work out in your favor. Having a bunch of maxed free-to-play scene cards is better than having 3 or 4 UR scene cards that simply aren't maxed. The Yokozuna medals are really interesting. Probably going to save those for me. I'm going to save those for a little bit later. Before that, I really want this mythical Fauna. Okay, I'm definitely going to grab that. I want the all-encompassing Fauna. I do want as much of that as possible. So I'm going to grab a lot of these. And actually, if I do this, it's going to max it out. But I'm not going to be able to do that. And then you grab everything else I want. So I might want to be a little more cautious with my purchasing. Because a lot of these proof of secret arts are things that I want. But however, that said, I can still farm a lot of that stuff from the other events. So I take that back. I'm going to do the all-encompassing Fauna. It might seem a little silly, but when it comes to the extra large proof of attack, proof of all that, I could farm a lot of this from the current events. So, in hindsight, I think this is a wiser option. Now, I did farm quite a bit before. I've done some other stuff, but I didn't farm nearly enough, as you can kind of see here. I've got 1,300, and I really do want to max all these out. So going into this new event, this is going to be something I'm going to have to pay close attention to. I need to make sure that each and every day I'm running all of my my very hards, all of my hard events, and then running as many of the base level events as I can. And obviously you want to kind of acquire as many of these as you can along the way. But since there's 1,300 left over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that into the Yokozuna medals. And with the Yokozuna medals obtained, and as many of these as I could possibly acquire, that means I can go do various upgrades and things like that. So now I've kind of maxed what I want out of this. Now, the proof of attacks would be really nice to have. But since the snow group is available, I'm going to kind of save these for that particular situation. So for now, I'm going to kind of chill on this. But let me know down in the comments below what you chose to acquire. Did you choose some of the Fallen maybe over the Proof of Attacks? Or did you kind of choose these Exili books over some of the Fallen and things like that? For now, though, like, comment, share. Make sure you go get all of your stuff out of the exchanges, or at least as much of it as you can. And maybe if you're like me and you slacked a little bit on this one, which I hate to admit, but I really did, maybe we'll all try a little bit harder on this next event. Because that's a crying shame to leave stuff on the table. It really is. Shame on me.